Hello everyone, Sigs here, and welcome to an unboxing of a Kamigawa Neon Dynasty Collector's Booster box. So this is actually old footage that I recorded back when this set came out. However, it was not narrated, and it was so long ago that I don't even really remember what was in this box. So I figured we would go through, get kind of a live look at the cards, and I will also put the prices on screen for any card that is worth more than $1. And then at the end, we'll go ahead and take a look at all of the prices at various market metrics. So just kind of showing off the box here in case anyone was curious. You can pause and read what is on the box, and then we'll go ahead and break into it. So this is one of my favorite sets ever. The old original Kamigawa set is like extremely nostalgic for me, and this set in particular I think has some of just like the best art treatments on any modern or recent cards. I know a lot of people don't really like the Kamigawa sets for whatever reason, but I really do. So a lot of this video is probably just going to be me drooling over artworks on cards that are worth like less than a penny. But, you know, if you're into that kind of thing, you will enjoy this video. And if not, hopefully, you know, the look at the prices and that kind of stuff adds some value here. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the box. I'll go ahead and put the pack breakdown up here if you were curious. And on the first pack, I'll go over kind of what can be in each slot so that you know for the rest of the packs going forward, and then we'll just, you know, get into the opening. So there are a total of 12 collector's boosters in here. Just going to speed up this part of the footage a little bit so we can get into the opening. We have 3 sets of 4 packs right there. And there are some really good hits in this set. You know, the extended art foil legendary land cycle worth quite a bit. You know, there's the neon ink devouring chaos cards, which could be huge. So we'll see what we get. Opening up the first pack here. I'm always a little concerned with these collector's boosters. They're just a lot harder to open. They just have different packaging, and I'm always thinking that like they're re-glued or something. So I think right there I was just looking like, is this re-glued? But I think we're good. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the first pack here. So right off the bat, you get your double-sided token. So we have a samurai and a pilot. There you go. That's actually our first hit. I don't know how often those tokens move, but that one does have some value on TCG Player. So into the actual pack. First up, you have 2 foil commons with just a regular art treatment, and then 2 foil uncommons with a regular art treatment there. And then next up, it's going to be a flip card. So it is always a common or uncommon flip card in this slot. In this case, Tales of Master Seshiro flips into an out-of-focus Shishiro's Living Legacy. And then I'm actually going to slow down the footage just a little bit here, just for this first pack so that I can go over what is in each of these slots a little bit more in depth, in case anyone was curious, and so that you know what to expect in the other packs. So this slot is always going to be one of the foil full art lands. They're called the Ukiyo-e lands, if I'm saying that correctly. Probably won't try that pronunciation again, but there's one in every pack, and they all have value, so that is a great benefit of these collector's boosters. Beautiful lands if you're into that style. And then next up, we're going to have 2 samurai cards in this showcase style. So they're either common or uncommon. You have 1 non-foil and then 1 foil. So good looking cards if you like that kind of showcase anime-ish style. And then it's the same thing with ninjas. So showcase style, common or uncommon, 1 non-foil and then 1 foil. With the Moon Circuit Hacker there. Artwork looks great in the foil with that little crackling lightning. And the next up is going to be a traditional foil rare or mythic from the main set. So Ishin Two Heavens as 1, not really worth anything in that style. And then next up you have an extended art commander card, rare or mythic. This is always non-foil. It's always a commander card extended. And then you have an extended rare or mythic or borderless mythic from the main set. And then you have your, oh nice, that's worth $1. You have your Showcase Rare or Mythic, which could also be a Borderless Rare or Mythic or a Phyrexian Mythic, in kind of the wild card slot. And then the last slot, this is like your super wild card slot, Katose, the Silent Spider. So that can be Foil Rare or Mythic Showcase, Extended Art, Borderless, or Phyrexian, or Foil Etched, or your Neon Ink card. So that last slot has a lot of crazy things that it could be, but that's basically the pack breakdown. So we'll just go regular speed now for the rest of this. Take a look at the cards, take a look at the cool art styles, and a look at the prices. So sit back and relax, and here we go. So starting off with our tokens, Samurai and Treasure in foil, out of focus. There you go. And then we're going to be moving into our 2 commons. So regular art treatment, foil, common, papercraft decoy, and a chain flail centipede, creepy looking thing. Into the uncommons, Goshen Tai, shrine legendary there, and a blossom prancer, crazy animal. And then our flip card, so same as the first pack, another tails there, flips into that. And then we get our land again. Beautiful, beautiful lands, worth quite a bit. Into our 2 samurais, so an Imperial Subduer and another Jukai Trainee in foil here, looking good. And then our 2 ninjas, we get an Ambusher and a foil Prowler, well, cyborg rat dude there, looking crazy. Mechatan Core for our foil rare slot. Then our extended commander, Kami of Celebration, looking creepy. Our next extended, Tameshi, Reality Architect, butchering pronunciations. Oh, cool. So that is a Mindlink mech rare that is called the Soft Glow treatment. Oh, nice. So there's one of the legendary lands in the extended art, Takanuma, Abandoned Mire. That has some value. Anytime you pull one of those legendary lands, you are quite happy. That one is not one of the more expensive ones. Obviously, Boseiju and Odawara, I believe, are the 2 most expensive ones in that order, but still always cool to see. So we like that. And we're going right into the next pack here. So starting off with the tokens, we have our Spirit token, looking good. Flips into a Construct token. There you go. And right into the pack. So once again, just 2 regular commons in the foil treatment. So Bearer of Memory and Kami of Terrible Secrets into uncommons, Awakened Awareness, and a Roadside Reliquary, which I think might be worth a little something. And then our flip card, so this time Behold the Unspeakable, which flips and shows our land off at the same time, into Vision of the Unspeakable. And then our land, that is a really good looking one. I like that. I think that's Iganjo there. Into our samurai cards with this samurai artwork, or sorry, samurai frame on there. Into the foil samurai. Into the 2 ninjas. Wow, that card looks cool. I love that ink style of art with matching the name there too. Into the foil. Into the rare or mythic foil, looking good there. I think that has the fancy backside. Oh, but I guess we're not going to find out. We're just going to go into the next card, which is an extended Commander Mythic. Looks cool. Oh, cool. Weaver of Harmony. I run that in some of my decks. Extended, looking cool. And an Ishin, 2 Heavens is 1 in the Samurai style. That has some value. Oh, and I forgot a card. So there's the last slot. Springleaf Avenger, the showcase style in foil. So I'm now realizing that I kind of went over these packs weird. I spent the same amount of time on each card. You'd think I should just kind of skim through the chaff, the commons and uncommons at the beginning, and maybe spend a little more time on the cooler looking cards. But I guess we're going at this speed, and I'm just trying to, react and narrate it as it happens. So we'll keep going here. Some decent value in that last pack. A couple of hits there, and we'll see what this next pack has in store. So Spirit and Treasure token. And we go into our commons. Out of focus. There we go. Season of Renewal. And Lethal Exploit common. Into the uncommons, Goshen Tai of the Ancient Ways. That looks pretty good in foil with those swords there. And then Roaring Earth foil. Into our flip card, Befriending the Moths. There you go. Flips into Imperial Moth. And then we show off our land, another great looking land in the foil there with some good value. And then our 2 samurai cards. So there's an Iganjo Exemplar. And again, with the samurai frame, you can see up at the top in foil. And then our 2 ninjas. So Moon Circuit Hacker and a Silver Fur Master Splinter there. And then our regular rare foil, March of Reckless Joy. Extended Art Commander, Concord with the Kami. Extended Art, Invoke Calamity, that's main set. And then, oh nice, Lizard Blades with that showcase style, looks pretty cool. I think that's worth a little something. And then we have a Shigeki, Jukai Visionary, foil showcase as our last card. Don't think that one's worth much. So that Lizard Blades there is a pretty cool hit. I think that card looked really cool, and I think it had a little bit of value. So we'll go ahead and get into the next pack here. I believe this is pack 4, if I can count correctly. And we'll see what we get here. So, again, a lot of, duplicate cards and stuff with like the 2 samurais and the 2 ninjas that are always guaranteed, but some really cool art treatments, especially on those like extended showcase cards. So we'll see what we get here. Samurai into a Rat Rogue token. That's pretty unique. That's cool looking. And then we're going to have our basics. So 2 commons, Kami of Industry, and Reckoner's Bargain. Creepy looking dude. Foil, Reinforced Ronin, that card sees play still. That's cool. Prodigy's Prototype into our flip. The Fall of Lord Kanda, which flips into something that's out of focus. Fragment of Kanda. Into our land, this time the Swamp. Again, looking great. If you like those cards, you really like those cards. And then we get our 2 Samurai and our 2 Ninja. So Samurai 1, Foil Samurai 2, and then Ninja 1, and Ninja Foil 2. Fang of Shigeki. Interesting. Nice little 1/1 Death Toucher. A regular rare is a Hinata Dawn Crown, the Kirin. Extended Commander, Moijin of Cryptic Dreams. Creepy looking too. Oh, nice. So there's a Soken-san. This is another one of the legendary land cycles. Non-foil, but that's cool. Then we get the Dragon Kami Reborn. Cool artwork. I remember to flip it this time. So you see how that is the showcase style on the back of those exclusively, but regular on the front. So that's pretty cool on those flip cards there. And then a Biting Palm Ninja for the last slot in the showcase foil treatment. Yeah, so I'm kind of going through these at a weird pace now that I'm seeing it. Again, this was like recorded back when this came out. I just wanted to kind of record the opening just to do it. I wasn't really planning on narrating or uploading it, and now I'm realizing I didn't do a great job at recording it if I'd planned to do that, but we're going to keep going here. So we get a Samurai and a Treasure token again, same token we got before. And then we go into the cards. So commons, Scrapyard Steelbreaker, Nezumi Blade Blesser. Nice artwork on that one too. Uncommons, Fugitus Operative, and a Jukai Naturalist. Another card that I run in one of my enchantment decks in foil. Very cool. And then our flip card, Long Reaches Knight, and Animus of Knight's Reach. And then our land, a different one again with this forest. Looks very cool. Okay, so our Samurai, Seven-Tail Mentor, and a foil Imperial Subduer into our 2 ninjas. Dokuchi Shadow Walker, crazy looking Oni guy there. And then Moonsnare Specialist. I like that style too, looks very cool. There's another Katose, this time just the regular art treatment, not the extended. Commander card, Release to Memory. Again, great artwork, that'll make a great painting. Okay, another Katose, so that's 3 for the box, this time extended non-foil. Oh, making a mess. Oh, nice. Invoke Despair. That card was so hot for a while in that style. Oh, and then a March of Swirling Mist, another card from the March cycle in the showcase foil treatment. That card, all those March cards have kind of seen some play, at least in one form or another. I'm not sure how much that one is exactly worth offhand, but I think it's worth a little something, so that's cool. And we're going right into the next pack here. So nothing too crazy so far. Some of those legendary land cycle extendeds worth quite a bit. Some of the other extended mythics, worth a little something. A couple of the foils, pretty good. So we're getting a couple of hits. Nothing too crazy though. I'm not really gonna make up the value of the box just yet. We got our Samurai and our Ninja token. So that Ninja token was like, somebody had one listed for $20,000 on TCG Player, and it was just screwing up the average on Delver Lens, making like my overall collection value worth like $20,000 more than it was. So I'm glad that that's fixed. But it's funny to see. It's still worth a little something. Decent card. As we go through our commons and uncommons there. Into the flip card again, Lord Kanda. Into the Fragment of Kanda there. And then the other forest. Again, great artwork if you're into those. Into our regular Samurai cards, this time again with the Samurai frame up at the top, and then the showcase frame on the foil. Into the Ninjas, Moonsnare Specialist. I think that's the Ninja frame versus, I think that's still the Ninja frame, right? Inkrise in foil, looking good. Oh, nice. Another Invoke Despair. I think the prices come way down on those, but it's a cool card. Extended Art Collision of Realms from Commander. Extended Art Thousand Faced Shadow. Rare. Oh, making a mess. Restoration of Iganjo. Flip card, which should flip. Oh, okay. I didn't even... Okay. We're getting distracted here. Flips into the showcase style. And then we have an the Dawn Sky Legendary Mythic Dragon. That is a borderless, I believe, foil. And I think that has a little bit of value still. So not the best dragon of the dragon cycle, I don't think. But pretty cool card. Looks really, really good in that style. Do wish I kind of... waited a little bit longer on some of these cooler cards and just showed them off on screen a little more, but I think I was just, just trying to blitz through this, so we're going to just keep on moving here, failing to open a pack pretty badly, apparently, and see what we get next. So, Spirit token on the back, which is going to flip into... Oh, okay, so giving away what the last card is there, but we have an emblem card. Those are sometimes worth something. I don't know that I can see the price on that in Delver Lens, but we'll see. Okay, and then so commons, Jungle Hollow, land there. It looks really cool. Touch the Spirit Realm. Great usable card. Has a little bit of value in the uncommon slot. And a Replication Specialist into another Befriending the Moths for our flip slot. Oh, and there's the land. I really should flip those a little differently so I'm not giving away the card behind them, but I love that swamp with kind of the rain coming down. Looks really good. Into our two Samurais. Okay, same one back to back. Non-foil and then foil. Into our ninjas, a Fang of Shigeki. Oh my gosh, I'm making a mess. And then a Coil Fang Stalker with the ninja frame. Into a Tamio Completed Sage. Interesting how that foiling goes up on the name bar there. Pretty cool. Not worth a ton, but cool card. Aki Battle Squad Extended Commander. Oh, nice. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. There you go. That's a hit. Nice staple. Flipping into the Showcase. I guess it's extended. Reflection of Kiki Jiki. Very cool. And then a Satsuki Living Lore Showcase. Cool artwork on that one too. And then we already knew what this was going to be. So Mythic, flip card, in foil, extended art on the back because it's from a collector's booster and it doesn't want to focus as the shadowy creature that he is. He is staying out of focus, but pretty cool looking card there. That Fable of the Mirror Breaker, definitely the best hit so far. You know, card still sees a lot of play even 2 years later, so very cool with the extended artwork in the back. Makes it worth quite a bit more. And then that Hidetsugu, if I'm saying that right, flip card also has a little bit of value in that pack too. So, you know, nothing too crazy yet. We'll see. We want to hit some of those like legendary lands or a Neon Ink card would be huge, but we get a pilot token there that has some value. Again, not sure how much they actually move, but they are listed for, you know, about $4 or so. So, have our commons, Lucky Offering, Kami's Flare, uncommons, Selfless Samurai there, and a Flame Discharge. Crazy looking artwork. And then our flip card, so Era of Enlightenment, common, flips into a land card. Hand of Enlightenment, and then there's the land card, again, a new art style that we haven't seen in this box yet. Looks great. Into our Samurais, Reinforced Ronin, playable card, cool looking artwork, foil, Ganjo Exemplar, into the Ninjas, Coil Fang Stalker, and a Kappa-Tech Wrecker. So let's see what our regular rare is. Invoke Justice, another Invoke card. So we got Invoke Despair and Justice. Into the Commander card, Imposter Mech. Into the other extended. Oh, nice. Another March of Swirling Mist. I think that has some value. And then, oh, cool, a Farewell with that showcase style and the different artwork. Not a huge fan of that particular artwork, but I do like the art style. And then a Springleaf Avenger for our last card. I believe that was extended and foil. So I think that Farewell has quite a bit of value still. Very useful card. High mana cost, but has a lot of upside if you're able to cast it. So pretty cool. We're going to go ahead and get into the next pack here. And we'll take a look at all the prices on the end and, you know, I'll come back in the edit and put the prices on screen. But if I had to guess, I'd say we're at maybe 50 to 75, somewhere in that range in value so far with what we've gotten. We'll see how close that is when I come back in the edit, but nothing too crazy yet. New token that we haven't seen yet there, Human Monk, looks pretty cool. Into our commons, wow, that's a beautiful card. Not worth anything, but, you know, good looking. Tamio Safekeeping, that has a lot of value, surprisingly, in foil, so that's kind of interesting. The Gloom Shrieker looks great, and the Sokenzan Smelter for our second uncommon. Oh my gosh, we don't know how to hold cards. Shattered States Era, cool looking katana there, flips into the Nameless Conqueror, and our land, that is the island we've seen before, but it looks great. Regular Samurais, Nezumi Blade Seeker, and a Sunblade Samurai in the foil showcase. Into ninjas, Covert Technician, that kind of anime style ninja. And then another ambusher there in foil. Almost looks etched, but I don't think it is. There's our regular rare Restoration of Iganjo, which again, okay, we're showing off the next card. Okay, so that's just regular treatment on the back, no showcase. Kaima, Commander Mythic there. Jugan defends the temple. Mythic. Looks cool. Don't think it's worth much. Okay, and there's a hit. So yeah, so this flip card in this slot can have the extended or showcase on the back. So that's what we see there. And then there's the Kodama. Okay, hello. So again, with this being pre-recorded footage, we're just like rolling over stuff. So that Kodama has some value, but massively overshadowed, excuse me, by the Odawara in the back there. So again, I just kind of ran right by it. But that Odawara foil borderless definitely has some good value there. So again, I think Boseiju is worth the most currently, but I think Odawara is the second most. Obviously, there's different art treatments, you know, foil versus non-foil, whatever. But that borderless foil adds a lot of value to that card, which sees a lot of play. It's almost an auto include in any deck that runs, you know, blue basic lands. So very, very cool. Going into the next pack though, see if we can get another hit. Get our token into our commons, nothing crazy there. Into the foils, that looks cool. That again, the cards that have the ink in the name seem to have like cool colored ink in the artwork too. I don't know if that was intentional, but it looks cool. Another good playable card, still sees a lot of play in mono red decks right there in foil. Very, very cool. And then another one of the full art lands, looking good, into the samurai. So we have a Peerless Samurai and then an Upriser Renegade, looking crazy with the foil. Nezumi Prowler actually looks better in the non-foil, I think. You can see the colors a lot more. And then another Futurist Operative, there you go. Mirror Box, okay, interesting card. That might have a little value, I don't quite remember. Moyojin of Blooming Dawn, Commander Extended, looks really cool. Okay, and then another Mirror Box, this one Extended. We'll see how the value compares between that and the other one. Oh, nice. Junji with the borderless, so non-foil, but that's got some value. And then a Rasona Asari Commander foil extended. So the Junji and the Ao, those are the two dragons that we've pulled so far. I think the Junji's worth quite a bit more. And then I don't know what the heck we're doing here. I think this is the last pack, so what are we doing? We're hoping for some good juju or something. I don't really know. But gonna go ahead and break into the pack here. Maybe we pull a Neon Devouring Chaos in the last slot here. Maybe that good juju is going to pay off. We'll see. Oh, it's seeming really hard to open, so you know what that means. It means we get absolutely nothing, but we'll see. So, last pack already. Kind of been flying through this, so we'll see what is up next. We got the Samurai token and the Human Monk token. Looks pretty cool. And our commons. So, Imperial Subduer right there. Into Tranquil Cove, cool. Do like those lands, not the most playable, good in draft, I guess, but into Uncommon, Circuit Mender, and Silver Fur Master, different art style than the one we pulled before. Into our flip card, Era of Enlightenment, and then our land, Hand of Enlightenment, and then our land. Again, that forest. Not sure if we pulled one of each style, but those are pretty cool. So Samurai cards, Sunblade Samurai again, and a Nezumi Blade Blesser. Into the ninjas, Kapatech Warrior there. And another Inkrise Infiltrator. I do just love the way that card looks, those wings in particular. Our regular rare foil, Goro Goro there. Extended Commander, Ascendant Acolyte. Nothing crazy. Whoa, Mythic, Explosive Singularity, crazy artwork. Not really worth anything. And, oh, cool. So there's the borderless, like, special treatment Kaito there, and Invoke the Ancients. I think that's our last card, right? Well, there you go. So that is the box. I will come right back with a look at the prices. So just take a look at all the prices, kind of at various metrics, just to kind of see how this box shook out. All in all, you know what? Not the best footage. Now that I've narrated over this whole thing, just kind of the speed with which I was going. I wasn't really stopping to look at the things that were worth stopping to look at, and I was spending more time looking at the things that I'm sure nobody cares about. But a pretty even look at all the cards anyway, and definitely some cool pulls there. So let's see what it's all actually worth, though. So first up, just going to take a look at the total box value with TCG Player market pricing, which comes out to $239.04 of TCG Player market value. So obviously, you know, that Odawara, the biggest hit, and then a Fable the Mirror Breaker, good hit. You know, Kodama, the West Tree, Farewell, Takanuma, Junji, all right around $10. That Tamiyo Safekeeping in foil kind of overpriced for a common. Not sure how long that'll hold, but from there, a few good $5 hits. The lands and, these pilot tokens apparently have a little bit of value. I think those lands, move pretty consistently and have pretty decent value. So then you get down to kind of some $2 cards, the $1 cards, things like that. So I'm just going to run through the list here. Now, these are TCG Player market prices, so it's not necessarily what I would expect to get, for this box if I were to want to sell all the cards from this box. There's just no way with how long I would have to sit on the cards and sell each, who wants to buy foil March of Reckless Troy randomly for 18 cents. Not going to happen that often. It is an indication of if I wanted to buy all of these, this exact spread of cards and this exact treatment and foil treatment and all that, what I would, have to spend. So in that regard, considering these boxes are currently going for about $170, and I paid, I think, $220 for it when it came out. Decent value. I got more value out of these cards than what, I paid for the box. But then again, why would I want this exact spread of cards? Why wouldn't I just take that money and buy just the cards that I wanted and have paid, a lot less than either the box price or this $239 value? But looking through all the cards here, so, you can pause and see any of the prices. No price on this emblem at the end there. Not sure what that's worth, but everything else is in there. $239.04 is what that comes out to. And then next up here, we're going to take a look at the buy list price. So let me go ahead and change the price source to TCG Player buy list and put that in here. So that comes out to $136.71. So less than I paid for the box and less than a box is worth. However, what that means is, so I could take any of these cards that have a price on them, bundle them up, and just go ahead and ship them straight off to TCG Player, and they would give me $136.71. And then I could keep the rest of the cards down here, anything without a price, essentially for free, or I guess for the cost of, whatever the difference is. So $80 for all of these cards down here that are certainly not worth $80. But to that end, just out of curiosity, let's see the same thing, the buy list price, but this time with a minimum price of $1. So anything worth less than $1, just me personally, I'm not going to want to buy list it. I would just rather keep it just for the piece of cardboard that it is. If you're not going to give me, $1 for it, I'd rather just have the piece of cardboard. And that comes out to $123.22. So again, the majority of this buy list price coming from these cards up here that have, a good bit of value. A lot of those other buy list cards were like a penny or whatever. So I'm not even going to want to get rid of them for a penny, just personally. So just these cards, everything from the Lizard Blades and up, I could get $123.22 and then keep the rest of the cards for whatever the difference is. So not a ton of value in that regard. And then lastly, I'm going to take a look at just a couple more things here, actually. So we're going to look at the same thing, the market price, but this time I'm going to do a minimum price of $3. So that's going to cut off any of the bulk, essentially anything worth less than $3. Basically going to consider bulk. It's going to be too hard to move, to try to get anything for it. So just not going to factor that into this calculation. And you can see that comes out to $175.90. So it's right about the price of a box. So you can see from the Odawara down through the lands, the swamp, right up to that forest is the $3 cutoff. Any of these cards from the forest up may be worth trying to sell as a single. You have to take out your shipping and seller fees and all that kind of stuff. So you're going to end up with a little bit less, but that price is almost in line with what the boxes are going for right now at right about $178, $179. So, you basically get what you paid for in that regard. The value of the cards that you pulled is the value that you paid for the box. It's just, why would you want these exact cards? If you wanted these exact cards, you could just buy them as singles for slightly less than a box. And assuming you didn't want, this exact spread of cards, because why would you want this exact spread of cards? You could just take that money and buy just the singles you wanted and pocket the difference, or, whatever. So, there's something to be said for kind of chasing those big hits. You pull that Neon Ink card, you're making a lot of money. And, some of these other extended cards worth quite a bit more. So this is just one example. This is just what I happen to pull from this one particular box, but that is the market price with the bulk cutoff. And then lastly, just out of curiosity, going to take a quick look at the TCG Player Mid pricing. So market price is like a better indication of value, because that is more what the cards are moving at, essentially. Mid is just an aggregate of all the listings, what kind of like the average price is. So I think as cards get older, there's more listings at like a lightly played, heavily played, moderately played, whatever, which can tend to drag the average down. Whereas these cards are all pack fresh. I pulled them, I put them right into sleeves. They were worth more than $1, double sleeves, and then got the rest all nicely packaged up and put in a temperature controlled room. I mean, they're basically pack fresh. So the price of these cards do tend to creep more towards the mid price range. But anyway, that comes out to $214.08. So we're still under the, the price paid for the box, or the current price. Oh, I have the $3 cutoff still on. So actually, hang on. This is a mess. I'm trying to do this part a little bit differently than I usually do. And clearly it is not working out. So production value is not great here. Okay, so in case you were curious, that was it with a $3 cutoff. Going back and looking at it, there you go. That makes more sense. This is with all the prices in, $302.15. So that's more than I paid for the box. Almost double, not quite double, but quite a bit more than, a box is going for currently. And, these prices are all way higher. So there's something to be said, again, for these cards being pack fresh. Maybe be approaching closer to this upper limit. But again, market value is just more an indication of what these cards are actually moving for. So I think that's going to be our best indication of value for this box. So all in all, not the greatest box in the world per se, but there were a few good hits. And again, I just really like this set. I like the artwork on them, on these cards, and I just think it's cool to see. So hopefully you thought so too, but that is all for now. Thanks for watching, and have a good one. Peace.